Sewing buttons for eyes and having evil doppelganger parents is something out of a nightmare. This nightmare comes alive in the movie Coraline. Coraline seemed to be targeted for the younger generations, but it ended up scaring most of us. This horror movie is one not to be messed with. You may be wondering why this movie scared me so badly. Well, let's start with the horrifying animation. The characters seem lifeless, while their voices sound oddly alive. While the movie was meant to have a form of magic, showing when Coraline finds the odd door that transports her to another dimension, it gives off more of a dark, mysterious vibe that shakes you to your core. The worst part about this movie is her doppelganger parents. These parents had buttons for eyes and were soon shown as the antagonist of the story, with the doppelganger mother taking children's eyes, sewing in buttons, and keeping them trapped in the world forever. It's crazy. The scariest part about this movie, however, is one jump scare in particular. Coraline finds one of the trapped children's eyes and is about to return it, but the doppelganger mother jumps out at the screen right before she grabs it. I've never been more terrified in my life. I was so terrified I had my mom turn it off right after that. However, I recently watched this movie again, a few years later, to get over my fear of it, and realized that it's not as horrifying as I remember it to be. The idea of the movie is still haunting, so haunting to the point where I can't decide if the creator is a genius or if he's insane. The creator has made Coraline, the main character, different, making her stand out. He dressed her in a bright yellow rain boots and had her hair blue, while everyone and everything else is almost bland. Everything seems to give off a warm vibe in the other dimension compared to that real world where Coraline lives, making Coraline stand out as having a uniqueness like the other dimension, making her want to live there. However, it's shown that the other dimension is evil and Coraline should not stay there. In general, this movie will still always terrify me, and when someone asks me, what movie scared you the most when you were a kid? I will always think, Coraline.